Welcome back to Flotsam. Grab a green armor, grab the backpack, and go in between all these walls to grab all the rockets. Usually when I eat a rev missile like that, I just reset, but for some reason here I didn't. Grab the SSG, and then just get stuff in fighting. So, every start of Benjo's maps in Flotsam start off with just getting infighting going. And this is basically what you do for the next 10 minutes. So the main priority here is getting those middle cybers right there to start infighting with the Hell Knights and Barons on the stairs so you can move on to the next area. And eventually, I delayed this quite a bit, this run, but usually I do it quite early on, usually when I finish one loop around. I make a sound because there's a bunch of asleep Hell Knights and Barons still on the stairs that you want to wake up, or else the infighting will go much, much slower. Like right there, yeah. I made a sound to wake up everything else. Though making a sound does wake up, you might have seen two Cyber Demons all the way at the very top. They can help out with infighting, but for the most part, they're not going to be very useful, and they'll just target you the entire time, which kind of sucks. And they are pretty scary. Especially when going around this side of the loop here with the green armors. It is fairly easy to catch rockets from them when doing this loop. So yeah, definitely be mindful of that. And these Manx, by the way, it's actually pretty easy to catch infighting projectiles from these Manx. So you can definitely shoot in this arena. There's nothing stopping you from using your ammo. In fact, it might actually be encouraged since there's a lot of shells up above. Basically infinite shells. So you definitely shoot all you want, basically. So it might actually be worth it to kill those Manx since they can be quite annoying. And it's kind of easy to catch infighting projectiles from them. But yeah, main focus again, getting infighting going between these Hell Knights and the Cybers. Also, whenever you need a green armor, feel free to grab them, they're right there, easy to get. But whenever you need health, you have to go into a little crevice. I think, yeah, that was very stupid. I should have seen that rocket coming, and I probably should have died there, but thankfully I didn't. But yeah, whenever you need health, you can go into that little crevice there, grab some berserks. There's like 5 or 6 berserks there. Though it is quite scary going for them, because it's quite easy to catch rockets from those middle cybers if they're not infighting. But yeah, we got the infighting going between the Hell Knights and the Barons. It's going to be a lot quicker now. Going up the stairs. Nope. Saw a Baron come out, just noped out. One more loop around. Now you can head up the stairs and go to basically the next area of this. And here are here's the huge stack of shells I was talking about earlier. Now it's time to kill every single Mank. So there is a Spider Demon up here actually when starting off. Usually she dies to the Manky body. I would say it's like 50-50 she usually infights with the Manx and dies. But sometimes she doesn't and you have to deal with an extra Spider Demon up here. But when she doesn't, you can just chill behind the Manx, get cyber rockets to come over to them. Just speeds things up a bit. SSG them down. Not bad at all. Now usually I go for the lift here, but I still see these Revenants are still alive, so I want to get them killed first. I basically want as few things as possible before starting the next part of this room. So I'm going to be working on these Arachnotrons from up top, even though it's horribly inefficient. It's okay though because we got a lot of shells. And this Revenant just stayed alive and refused to infight, which was pretty annoying. Also, usually there's a few barons right below the middle cybers. You might have seen them earlier. A few barons usually stay alive, so... But they're not as big a deal. See, there's one of them now. You can keep them alive until basically the very end. But yeah, the Arachnotrons are quite annoying. So you definitely want to kill them, and the Revenants. But by now all the Revenants are dead. And there might be like one Arachnotron left, I think. I don't quite remember. Now for this part, wait for Cyber Demon rockets and then lower the lift because there's a bunch of Archviles behind there. I somehow managed to grab the rocket launcher. I don't know how. But it doesn't really matter that much because I want every rocket I can for the next part. And for these Archviles, they are super problematic. Basically what I do is I try to walk along the very ledge. I saw those infighting rockets coming and I just noped out again. But yeah, basically what I do is I go right along the very ledge and lure rockets into them. Try to get them killed as quick as possible. They will resurrect a bunch of imps, but that's not really a huge issue. Oh, and by the way, those stim packs on the ledges there, they count as secrets for whatever reason. But yeah, it's easy to get blocked by imps and stuff when going around the ledges. So usually you can't go all the way around, but that's okay. If the Archviles do start to get a little close, you can just chill by where the shells are here. They'll start to resurrect Manx. You can just... They'll pretty much just stay behind the Mancubi, and you can just lure more Cyber Demon rockets into them. But what's really problematic is when an Archvile starts infighting with an imp, it kills that imp and then starts targeting you. Because there's not much cover. You have to drop down and just kind of pray you're in a space where you can dodge that zap. That Cyber Demon started shooting. That was good. That Archvile died. I'm also dropping down every once in a while, grabbing those secrets, just because why not? Speeds it up a little. Because this starting room is just horribly slow. And now, wanna go? Nope. Another Archvile got stuck behind the lift. So I gotta go up and around one more time. A few imps here as well. Just get rid of them. That was a nice quad kill right there. The Archvile actually managed to go up to the final level, which is surprising. And yeah, if you're prone to motion sickness, maybe look away for a minute because of the scrolling fire blue. But yeah, just wait in there for a minute. Wait for the lift. The Cyber Demon started shooting, so I just left, but thankfully got that Archvile killed with those rockets. And I am not comfortable with my health to go and grab those 2 Megaspheres right there. So what I want to do is drop down, especially now that I got splashed a little more. So what I want to do, make sure I tagged all the secrets, grab all the stim packs. There's 7 stim packs, 7 secrets. The last secret are the 2 Megaspheres. Grab another green armor, and now I'm feeling a lot better about going back up there. The starting room isn't necessarily difficult. It's just really, really, really tedious and really long. And I'm not a big fan of it. Those rockets coming. Thankfully the lift raised just in the nick of time. Now can go back up. That Cyber Demon shooting right there kind of scared me a little. Grab a Megasphere. Now it's time to move on to the next area, but first I gotta go up and around one more time. 10 minutes in. And only now, we're gonna start the hard part. Also, these cyber demons will get crushed. Don't worry about them. So jump onto the ledge, and hard part time. So SSG down. These pigs. The barons are blocked by monster blocking line devs. Don't worry about them. And these archviles. So they're on scroll floor there. That was really unfortunate. I got like triple zapped or something. And took a heavy beating. So they're on scroll floor. That keeps them back. But they're actually fast enough to slowly make their way off and into this open area with you. So what you want to do is bait them to target you and then just hide and make semicircles like this. This is really difficult because you can take chip damage from the barons. It's easy to get zapped while killing the pinkies. So yeah, this is not an easy part. And now I'm back at 16 health, 132 damage will kill me. So I want to be really careful. Playing it super safe. Going in for rockets so I can finish off that group in the center. It's a very creative fight, but man, is it mean. Also, want to make sure to not splash my face. They're all dead. So now it's time to start working on these outside not Mancubi, barons. Both do Doom 64s though. You could hear those barons. I mean, I cannot call them the right enemy for for the life of me. Cyber demons. You could hear the cyber demons get crushed. And yeah, I'm really scared of dying from here because this is actually the first time I had gotten past this fight. So I'm not rocketing down the barons. I'm instead using SSG. And I actually didn't grab any extra shells before coming to this area. So I decided I'm going to save some in case of emergencies for the next part and just switch over to rockets. And yeah, just playing it real safe. And now that everything's dead, it's time to collect some resources. There's 2 supercharges, 2 green armors. I'm gonna collect both those supercharges, but of course I only really need 1 green armor. And the next part is in that raised ledge there. So there's a cyber demon around the corner, just ignore him, grab the BFG instead, and this was a massive mistake. I stuck around to the right side here. I wanted to lure him over by where the Baron corpse is, by that triangle where I got the BFG, but instead he came down the stairs, and now I can't get past, and I had no clue what to do about this. I had never been in this situation before. So I want to use as few cells as I can against this guy. So at first I had the idea of maybe trying to like jump at him and get some traces off on him. I think it takes 1 more up and down to do that. I tried it once, but failed massively. Right here. Yeah, I didn't even get any traces off on him. But then I decided that's not going to work. I'm just going to spam him down, hope I have enough cells for the finale. And thankfully he only died to 5 BFG shots, which is really lucky. And this finale, this is the least chokeable finale I've ever seen. Just, yeah, just pray. Yes, 2 cyber demons, all in a very tiny room, on 10 damaging floor. Consistent. I don't know, man. Just basically pray. You can get in in one cyberdemon's face right off the bat, but it's still really, really difficult to just. It's a very, very cramped room, so it's a tough room, easy to die, and it's right at the end as well. So very, very mean, for sure. There's also 2 pain elementals in the exit pit, so, but that's they don't make a difference basically. They'll die to tracers while you try to kill the cyberdemons, and that's trauma. Yeah, I got very lucky with getting that finale first try, but yeah, it's a very difficult map. I am not a fan of this because of the starting room. It takes way too long, and then you can die really easily to the fight right after it, so yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. But yeah, that is the end of all the Benjo maps. Flotsam, sorry, I recently learned the correct pronunciation. By the way, don't call it flotsam. Thank you. Flotsam is basically ordered by Mapper. First up, it's Benjogami. Next up is Zol. So, yeah, maps 5 and 6 are made by Zol, and I will see you then. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and have a very, very good one.